Good morning, this is Shelly from Hodgepodge Hoosiers. I think this is going to be my first official garden tour of the year. So I thought I'd show you what I've done. Now, this bed right here is my peppers. Now they've kind of just been hanging around waiting for the hot temperature, which today is going to be 88. And I do got this netting over it because we've still got that feral cat problem. And they was getting in there and digging. But I am going to have to raise it because this one here is already starting to touch. But these are all California Wonder bell peppers. And then I wasn't going to buy any more beds, but we had 2 of them mineral tubs still sitting here. And my brother actually put these 2 beds up for sale, give me a good deal. So they're going to be my herb beds. I want to start growing lavender, calendula. There was another one. I want to make salves and stuff like that, all natural. And so, but I got these late. It was too late really for me to start seeds because we're already to planting season. So I decided just to fill them with sweet potatoes this year because I had extra slips. So my husband's co-worker and a subscriber give us some more purple skinned potatoes already starting their slips. So I've got them in here. Then I got some in here. And I also bought me some rubber snakes, which I hate snakes, but had to do something to keep the birds away or critters, which it seems to be working so far. So all my purple skinned potatoes is going to be in these 2 beds. This bed here it's one of the first things I planted this year. I think I did it March 10th. I put some potatoes that I had sprouted in my pantry. And something got in it right away, even with the netting, and ate the tops off of them. So I'll insert a picture right here showing you what our harvest was. We dug them up yesterday. We're going to get a meal or 2 out of them. Just little new potatoes until we get our regular potato harvest. But I went ahead and my husband stirred it up real good, and then I put my natural fertilizers all on it. We're gonna let it set a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna put cucumbers in here. And we're gonna get a trellis going down the center of it. My onions is finally taking off good. I actually need to top them maybe. I'm not for sure. Didn't plant as many this year. I still have plenty in the freezer. And so yeah, they're looking good. I don't know if they're going to form big bulbs. I'm not real big on how to grow onions. One year I had really big onions. I know you're supposed to go in with a tool and do this to them, but I don't know. We like them. My husband likes to just eat them fresh too, and we can take these tops and chop them up and dehydrate them and put them in stuff when I'm cooking. Now this bed here had carrots in it early on, and so we got it emptied out and amended, and you see another one of my little rubber snakes. And so I had a couple extra tomatoes. These are Romas, I believe, and they're growing good, getting good healthy size to them. Over here I've got my Beauregard sweet potato slips. Now they had a little bit of hard time starting. This here is my worst bed as far as I don't have a whole lot of non-packing stuff in it yet. Sweet potatoes don't need a whole lot of special. I mean, my husband's uncle always said the least you do to them, the better they grow. So, and this bed has always been good for growing. I thought these slips was going to die, and then we seen this start. So they're pretty hardy. So they're starting to want to vine a little bit. It should be okay. Now you see here on this one, we had cats getting in here again. I don't know what it is about them. They've got this whole property, but yet they want in my beds because the ground's loose. So I put firewood. I just went and got in the stack of my husband's firewood and put it in there so they don't want to dig. It's too much trouble for them to dig. So once these get good and vining and get covered over, they're not going to want to mess with it anyway. But for now, and then I'll just put the firewood back on the stack. And you can see here, I thought this one was really going to be in bad shape, but I've got a new shoot coming on and it's really starting to trail. I probably could just pinch that off. So yeah, they're looking good. There's another one that I thought had died and it's coming back really good. Now this here is dwarf sunflowers. I just mainly done that so I can give the birds a little treat. When the season ends, we can chop off the heads or whatever and hang them and let them get the sunflowers. Just something pretty in the garden. Now here is my giant tomatoes. This is a new variety for me this year. I've done all 3 new varieties this year instead of going with my old faithfuls. And these have been in here for right at a month. And they are just going to town. I mean, they are so hardy and green, and I'm hoping that they produce me some really big slicers. I'm getting some blooms now. But I need to put up a lot. See if I can do this without snapping it. There. I need to put up a lot of tomato products this year. So I think we've got out 20 tomato plants. But this bed here looks awesome. And I put in some barriers just to deter them cats so they don't want to do it. So get in there and do their business. Now here's another bed. Just that look how thick that stem is. Just absolutely awesome. Now the cats, when we first put these out, took out these 3 tomatoes just right off the bat. Got in there digging, killed them, and I was so aggravated. So we put up this, I had a little piece of scrap fencing right here, and it's going around to there. That's as far as I had. So I put this little white stuff. I've got a rubber snake in there. I put some wood. It's anything I could find so they don't have a big enough area to do their business. And so far it's working. They're gonna go find something that's easier. But yeah, these are doing awesome as well. Now these here are Romas or pink ox hearts. I got the things messed up whenever I was writing the labeling, but it don't matter. Them's the other 2 kinds that I wanted to grow this year. Now these are a mixture of just what I had left. I'm pretty sure these are the giants because they're just growing so hardy. And these was labeled Romas. So I'm thinking like the pink ox hearts or the Romas, it don't matter. They're all gonna get used, but they're looking good. Now down here on the end is something new. It's lemon balm. I'm gonna make lotion bars with that. That's good for eczema and dry skin. I am allergic to so much stuff, so I've been trying to really go with the natural. But it's finally starting to grow to where I can pick leaves and dehydrate them and get them ready for them lotion bars. My strawberries have been doing awesome. We've been picking probably about a quart container every other day. They're starting to slow a little bit, but it's nice to be out here, to come out here and just pick some to eat. Last year they was slow growing because we had just planted these plants, but this year has been nice. We're getting the runners, filling in these areas where the deer had ate early on. Let's see if I can't get that, get him tucked back in there. Now this bed here we planted a week after that other one, so around March 16th, 17th, potatoes. And these are either red Pontiacs or Kennebecks or Yukon Golds. It was just whatever I had in the pantry left over. I just keep them, let them sprout, and then I plant them what I don't need and what we don't eat in the fall and winter. Starting to get some weeds in there. So these here should be ready to dig up this month. They've already been in the ground, what, close to 70 days already. So Once I get these out, it'll get amended, and this is going to be a bean bed because I've got to get as much bush beans planted and canned as I can, because for the first time in 2 or 3 years I've been having to buy green beans. So we didn't have enough, so I think I preserved 60 some jars last year. I need to get up to about 80, I guess, this year. Now, this here is our cucumber bed, and my husband made this trellis, and the cucumbers are coming up nice. Father-in-law gave me a couple of plants. These here was from seed. I think them was a couple of plants. So we've got the barrier set pretty good on this one. Got our owl here to kind of deter things from going down now to get it. Another little snake. Got a pan up here for noise. And we're hoping that once these start climbing, they'll just go ahead over, and then my husband's just got it attached to a couple of fence posts right here. Now here is something that I was trying for the first time this year, and that's eggplant. Started them from seed. They did beautiful. And as you can see, I've got 7 dust on it. Now they wasn't doing anything. And so I only get that 7 dust out in extreme cases. Otherwise, you'd never see it. But I thought, well, they're going to die. So I went ahead and put some 7 dust on it to see if they don't straighten up. If they do straighten up, we can get that washed off. I know pollinators, it kills them. I don't like using it. But I'm going to try it. If it don't bring them out pretty shortly, we're going to pull them, get that bed amended, and get it filled, because right now is when we should be growing all the things. But yeah, that was a last resort kind of deal. Before I pull them, I'm going to see if they can't pull themselves back out of it. But yeah, something was munching all over them. So if they die, I'll probably try to get some kind of like a zucchini plant or something in there. Now here is the 2 tubs I found on Marketplace earlier this year. And these are just random flowers I had left over that didn't fit in the green stalk. And then here is a couple of little, I can't remember what he said they was, the same one that gave me the potato starts. But they're starting to really, they must like this heat. So this tub looks really good. This is a perennial that my church gave me one year for Mother's Day. And it's pretty hardy. I've had it now for 4 or 5 years. Didn't bother it a bit being transplanted. And it's looking good. Now here's my green stalk. If you remember, I done a video saying that I had bought these plants, these 4-pack for $1. And they're really starting to grow now and come out really good. Just looks pretty sitting out here in the garden. I like where it's positioned now. Very first year I got this, I put strawberries in it. Did not like the results on that, so we put the strawberries in a bed, and this is just for prettiness. And I do actually attract pollinators onto this. I see them on there quite a bit. Now right here is my contender bush beans. Got 230 beans planted in this one. This is a 12-foot long bed by 4 foot wide. Now we've got this hoop with netting over it. It can come off pretty soon. We do that because when the beans are really young and the sprouts start coming up, birds like to get down there and pull them, and it stretches them out, and then they don't do anything. So we need to get this off because I've got some weeding in there that I need to do. But I'd say by the end of this month, we're going to be picking beans out of this bed. And then this 8 foot by 4 foot wide, we planted last week. And as you can see, they popped through this weekend. So when that bed over there is getting done, this one's going to be ready to produce, and I can. And that's what I'm hoping to get, a second planting out of that bed, because they say, everything I've read, that 3 good pickings and you really need to pull them beans and get another round going. We've been getting 4 or 5 off of these contenders. I hate to do it after 3, So I'm going to try. I want to go to the end of, August I can still be picking them pretty good, but when you get past August, I don't really have a whole lot of luck growing anything here. Seems like the tastes all change in it. The cucumbers get bitter. So I'm going to push as many beans as I can to try to get as many canned as I can get on the shelf. So I'm thinking cucumbers is going in there. If you can see, this is a tight fit. I've got a nice walkway here, but this in here, we can get through it, but not real easy. So if we have a cattle panel trellis just coming up out of the center, and we just kind of do piggyback them plants, I think we'll be all right. But so yeah, it's a growing. The heat's on too. It's starting now. I think we're 88 today, and we're not going to get out of the 60s, and I think tonight is going to be 70. So that's my garden. I'm super proud of it. No, it's not perfect, but I'm hoping it produces a lot of food for me to put on my shelves. I've got my dehydrator going right now. It's got cabbage in it. I run extremely low on it last year for this last winter season because we use it for soups, and I need to get as much dehydrated cabbage as I can dehydrated and put on the shelf, because that is an easy way to keep cabbage. There's one that's done. I'm gonna come out here directly and you can see them all down in there. They're just waiting. So yeah, I'm really pleased. I don't think I've ever had a stand of strawberries this good. So anyway, this is Shelly from Hodgepodge Hoosiers. I'll probably wait about a month and I'll do another update, because by then we're going to be getting these out and planting more beans. We should have tomatoes on the plants by then. And I'll probably be doing the lemon balm lotion bars this summer too. So yeah, trying new things, sticking with the old. Just trying to keep the clean eating going. So if you like this kind of content, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time, bye for now.